and welcome back to the garden. So we've got another little experiment that we are doing. A couple of weeks ago we decided to plant 3 different types of melon directly in the ground. Now that sounds so crazy considering how much I do go on about our clay soil, but hear me out. So we've got some space to play with, and luckily the climate is in our favor. So what I did is the same thing I did with the fruit trees and dug enough of the horrible clay soil out so that I could replace it with good quality soil and compost from the nursery. So we've got 2 of each seedling. Sadly, I did lose 1 watermelon. I think it came damaged in the pack, and unfortunately after a few days it completely died off. But that's okay, it's all part of the process. You will see that later on we also plant strawberries, but we've done something completely different and decided to plant them above ground. So we're just kind of getting a feel for what's going to work and what's not going to work this season, so that next season we are better prepared. And as you guys know, our main objective with all of this is to try to be a little bit more self-sufficient, at least in the fruit and veg department. So I do hope you enjoy watching us struggle with the clay soil and following along with our little experiment. I'm not going to lie, this is going to be a very interesting experiment because, if I'm honest, I don't think we're really doing the right thing here, but we're under pressure with the plants, the weather, and just not having the right tools. So it is what it is for now, and at the moment everything is an experiment. We might as well fill the bed back up.
I wonder what happened to Steve. He was just gone the one morning. Have you noticed? Completely gone.
I didn't actually notice.
I was wondering if birds maybe ate him or something.
So, what is he again? A
St. Andrew's crossbarter. The same as Frank
same
over
as
here.
Frank, yeah. So Sven loves spiders, as you I'm sure have noticed by now. They all get names.
Everything gets a name.
Except Nigel's cousins, because there's just too many of them. Okay, so our little mini, I don't want to call it an orchard just yet, but our little fruit section has really come along. We've got all our fruit trees in a line, our melons in a line. I think we've only got strawberries to go, but I think this is where we are going to say goodbye for today. It's getting dark and I am tired. Right, I'm back in the garden today. It rained last night and I've just done a bit of a walkthrough and double checked on all the things we planted yesterday, and you will see that our melons actually look okay. So I'm quite happy with that. Today I'm going to be planting the last of our fruit, and it's strawberries, and I decided this ground is just not worth our energy, to be honest, trying to dig into it when we already know the soil's not great. So I'm actually going to experiment again and build on top of, so like build a bed on top of the ground. So I've already laid the first layer, and that's just of some dead leaves and sticks that we had, and I'm going to then put some grass clippings, some soil, and a couple of layers like a lasagna, I guess, and then plant the strawberries on top. This is also the area that we tried to dig yesterday, and there was all those rocks underneath, so I thought best to just plant on top of that. actually made the bed a bit big, but that's okay, because should I ever need to plant anything else, I've got more than enough space. Again, just mulching just to prevent the weeds from popping up, and obviously our extreme heat that we are going to slowly start experiencing. And as these plants are still quite young, we just don't want the roots to fry as such. So it's my first time doing this, and I actually think I've done pretty well. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little plants. I'm now a little bit worried about my melons, but we'll just see. We'll just experiment between the two ways of doing this and see which one works out best. Before I say goodbye, I just wanted to show you, oh my gosh, when I went to fetch the grass and the leaves, I nearly stepped on this guy because he just flattened himself and hid in the grass. So we get a lot of these frogs, and at the grass pile I actually found another one. So I'll just quickly show you. It's incredible. I must say they don't really make a whole lot of noise though. And they are a bit scared, but they don't really jump around. And if I'm not mistaken, Sven said there was one in his sweet corn box. So just see if I can find it. Yep, he's there. Don't know that I'll be able to show you without scaring him. He's in the corner. Crazy. Alright, so that's the last of our fruit for a while. We'll be back in a couple of weeks to give you an update on how our different methods have gone. So yeah, if anyone knows any different, has any tips and tricks to share, please put them down in the comments below. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing to follow our journey on how we transform this very bare piece of land into something hopefully magical. See you on the next one. Look right up yet.
Let's ask Mr. Google. Did you know there was a Sanders cross right there?
I did not. So, I'm not the biggest fan of spiders and snakes. I've left all of them alone, but I nearly fell straight into that. Oops.